Hey, what's up? I'm Tony Hawk, and I'm here to take a look back through my history of selling out commercials, endorsements, and I defend them to the death. So this whole thing was an idea for Doritos, obviously. The big stunt was the handrail, was the curved rail. That was definitely sort of the last thing we shot because it was frightening and not really my expertise. We put padding on the bottom just so I can figure out how to slide the curve. It was actually a Super Bowl commercial. It was like the first time that I got to do something that was, big corporate ad where I was able to control the quality. In those days, big advertising agencies did not want to listen to you. And I was like, but this has to be real skateboarding. And so that's why I pushed for that rail.
New Doritos Ghost Snacks.
Everything back then was more like a long-term deal. So with Doritos, I think I had it either for a year or two. I don't have the exact number, but it was definitely over 6 figures. This was a chance to get a few Birdhouse guys and Riley's friends some money. They wanted it to be a Jeep commercial and incorporate skating. Jeep was, for me, the most lucrative. I had the Jeep deal for 3 years. They would give me a car every year. They funded the whole shoot in the desert when we put up my Boom Boom Puck Jam ramp, and they put a Jeep on top. Like, they paid for that whole shoot just for me to shoot video. Recently, Jeep came to me and said, hey, we want to put you in an ad with Kelly Slater and Bethany Hamilton, the girl who surfs with one arm. And I had all this footage from the beginning with the Jeep on top of the ramp. And I said, actually, yeah, I have footage with the Jeep. They're like, what? Because it's a whole different agency, a whole different crew. And they're just like, well, you used to be sponsored by Jeep? Yeah. And so I gave them that, and they were out of their mind excited. Old Jeep paid for the whole shoot, and then we sold the footage back to them. And they didn't even know. They didn't even know that they had paid for it in the first place. So this was the Bagel Bites commercial, obviously. I got them to build this giant ramp in downtown LA with bigger transitions than anything at the time. We got to keep it up for an extra night and shoot stuff. I think it's in the end extras is a whole night session on that ramp with Bucky. That was the first time I heard an endorsement where I truly got flack for selling out. Like that was the time where people were like, you've gone too far. What does bagels have to do with skateboarding? What is this bullshit? To me, it was a way to promote skateboarding by using someone else's gigantic advertising dollars.
Excuse me, Mr. Hawk. Could you, share?
No way.
Bagel Bites now!
Yeah, people were calling me Bagel Boy and whatever, but I think I held strong in that I knew that I was keeping skateboarding's integrity at the forefront of my thoughts and how I approach it. Like I didn't, there was no cheesiness to the skating there. What I had going for me, what my advantage was, is that I already lived through the 80s and did all kinds of stuff that I regret for sure, but learned from. I already had lived through a wave of so-called haters in skateboarding because of my style. I just learned to sort of forge ahead and believe in myself, and that is, I think that's what set me up to do these other things, because it was like, you guys can't get under my skin. Like, I used to get made fun of in Thrasher for winning an event. And then that set me up for like the wave of hate in the sort of sellout years, and later on in social media. I'm just like, you guys can't get to me. People used to say this shit to my face. Like big scary guys at competitions. Like you can't hide behind some anonymous Twitter account and get to me.